Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this is a trendy tight skate with gathers. Some people call it BBL skate. I don't know what you call yours. So in today's tutorial, I'll be sharing with you guys on how to go about the cutting and sewing of this trendy tight skate with perfect gathers, no pattern needed. So if this sounds like something you're interested to learn, keep on watching and let's get started. So guys, what I have here is different print of Ankara and each of it is 1 yard. This is my leftover fabric and I will use it for the making of the skirt. This fabric will serve as my lining piece because I do not have normal lining at the moment. The length of my skirt is 17 inch minus 2 inch for my waistband. I will make a straight line using the 2 inch, then I'll cut out this small excess I have here. You get. So after cutting out, I'm going to open it up like so. I'll also take note of my lining measurement. So if you're making this skirt, you are going to take note of your hip circumference. My hip circumference is 39 inch. As you can see, this is 39 and I have extra 13 inches, okay? You can also extend to 16 inch or 15 or even 14 inch. It depends on how full you want your flace skirt to be. Do you get? So I will leave mine at 13 inch. So now I will fold it into two. Then 17 inch is my actual skirt length, like I said before. So I want to have three steps. I will divide 17 inch by 3 and I will have 5 inch. Do you get? So I'll mark 5 inch for the for first step, then I'll also mark another 5 inch for second step. The remaining inch I'll have left down there is 5 inch. All right. So if you are making four step skirt, you divide your skirt length by four. Whatever you have, go ahead and mark. All right, whatever you have, you go ahead and mark four lines. Me, I'm making three step skirts, so I'll divide length by three. Then what I got is what I will mark, and I'll have three lines. What you got on four steps is what you will mark, and you will have four lines. Do you get? So this is it, guys. So the next thing I want to do now is to cut the gather. Okay, so remember I marked 5 inch. I'm going to add extra 2.5 inch to it and I will have 7.5. You can add like 3 inch to it if you want. So for me, I added just 2.5 inch to the 5 inch and I have 7.5 inch here. So remember I told you guys that I'm working with a leftover fabric and is 1 yard each. So I folded this thing by two. I will have to go ahead and cut it out. You get, after marking my straight line, I will cut out and this will give me two piece. These two piece, if I join it together, I will have 2 yards. You get? So now I will, place one of it on top, then I will cut another extra one to make it 3 yards. All right, so I will cut this out. I'll cut about three of these on each of the piece. I have three different prints, so I will cut three of these on each of the print. Then after, you will go ahead and join it to give you one piece and also to give you a complete 3 yards. Do you get? You can also decide to make use of 3.5 if you want. If you have 3 yards of full fabric, there's no need, doing this. It's just, this is a leftover fabric, that's why I'm using it for the sake of the tutorial. So you can see I've gone ahead to cut out the three piece and you can see what it looks like. All right, so like I said before, I'll just have to, place them right side facing each other like this. You place two this way, right side facing each other, stitch with 1/2 inch to give you one piece. And if you stitch to this, if you stitch these two fabric, you will have 2 yards. Then if you stitch the remaining other fabric, you will have 3 yards. Okay, so I'll also go ahead and fold. Then after hemming the down part, I will run a gather stitch from that point to the other point. So I've gone ahead to hem the down part and also run a gather stitch. As you can see, the next thing I want to do now is to go ahead and gather my fabric. So I'm going to gather this one and I'll gather the rest of the fabric out of camera for the sake of our time. Do you get? So just go ahead, calm down and do this so your thread will not cut. So I've gone ahead to gather all the three piece. As you can see, this is what I have here after it's done. So now you will bring your lining piece, you open it up like so. Now I want to go ahead and attach it. So you're going to place it right side facing each other. You place the right side of your fabric on top of the right side of your lining. Place the right side of your fabric on top the right side of your lining. So I'm placing the second step this way. Then you go ahead and stitch on the same line you have, or on the line you marked. Go ahead and stitch with half an inch. Then this is the third flay, that is the last one, last gather. So I'm going to place it on this third line. I'll place it on this third line, then I'll go ahead and stitch. I will stitch on top and I'll be right back. So after I was done stitching, guys, this is what I have. Okay, so this is what I have after I was done stitching. Can you see? So the next thing I want to do now is to stitch the remaining flay. We have just one flay remaining, so I'll just place it on top of the waistline like so. Then I will head over straight to my sewing machine and I'll stitch together with the waistline. Do you get? So this is the first flay. I already fixed second and third flay, so I'll just go ahead now to stitch. If you're stitching this, you stitch together with your lining on the waistline like this. Stitch together this way. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and do that. So after I was done stitching, guys, this is what I have. So the next thing I did was to leave about half inch on both sides of my gather, because I want to close it up. So you leave half inch on both sides of your gather before you stitch it. So this is what I mean. Go ahead and turn the wrong side of your fabric, then you place the both piece. You get? Not the lining, not the lining at all. You just place separately, hold the two piece separately, just like this. Then you stitch with half inch. After stitching, you put it inside your lining. Then you also go ahead, repeat the same thing on the last one. So I'll just show you guys how to go about this. So I'm on top of my machine now. I want to show you how to go about this. So you are going to stitch this separately. Okay, so the yellow fabric, I'll place them together like so. Then I'll use half an inch to stitch it. So after stitching them with half inch, I will go ahead and put inside there. You put it inside your lining, then you hold the other one, go ahead and stitch. If you don't understand what I'm saying, watch what I'm doing here so you don't get confused. This is very simple. So once you are done with the other one, you hold the other fabric as well this way, then go ahead and stitch with half inch, just like you see me doing here. Okay, so after stitching, guys, you will have it looking like this. Do you get? So this is the front. You can see there's no opening here, but I have opening on the lining because I'm yet to stitch the lining. All right, but I will show you guys on how to go about it. So from the right side of your lining, go ahead and hold the two sides together like so, then you stitch. Okay, so go ahead and stitch. You end your stitch on this other line. You get? Then after doing that, you can see what I have here. Now we are going to turn on the other side. Then go ahead and just keep your hand slanted. Then go ahead and also stitch this opening. You stitch it and you end it on the other stitch you already have, just this way. All right, so once you are done with that, you're going to repeat the same thing on the other side. You get? This is the last opening. Go ahead and you hold them together like so. You ensure you keep your hands slanted so you can stitch from that point. Then you end it on that same line. You get? On this other yellow line where you had your first stitch. So after I was done with that, guys, you can see what I have here. So What I want to show you now is to turn the wrong side of the lining so you see what I have. So this is the wrong side of the lining. You can see there's no opening there again, and this looks very neat. You can see our skirt is almost ready. The next thing I want to do now is to measure the waist of the skirt. So I'm going to place my tape like so, then go ahead and take the measurement I have there. So what I got here is 25" on a fold, you get. So I'll just fold the 25" and I have like 50". So I'll use the 50" to cut out a straight band, you get, and I'll also iron it. So this is the straight band. I've already gone ahead to cut it out. I also ironed as well. So after cutting it out, you make a joining. Okay, just pick the both edge and join like so, so you have something looking like this. Ensure you iron it too, you get. So now the width is 2". You get. I don't want the band very bold. You can make your band 3". You can make it 3.5. It depends on how wide you want your band to be. So for me, I want my own band to be 2", and that is what I have there. The next thing I did was to run elastic channel here. So you are going to create space for your elastic to pass through. I'm working with 1/2" elastic, so you can also create space for your own elastic. Okay, so you get the midpoint of your band, then subtract, just mark 1/2" on both sides, because we are going to attach elastic, like we're going to pass our elastic through the space. So what I want to do now is to stitch with 1/2". Do you get? You give 1/2" space, then go ahead and stitch again. I have only 2 lines there, and I'll use the remaining 1/2" to make a joining. So at that center line of your band, you're going to loosen this up. I made a mistake here. I'm supposed to give 1/2" here before making my first stitch, so that when attaching or passing the elastic, it will, pass through that side. Okay, so now I have a space on the second and first line of the elastic casing. Ensure you do yours like that, and have also gone ahead to cut out the elastic I'll be using for this. My waist measurement is 35". So I'll subtract 5" from the elastic, and I will have 30" left. So I have 30" on both elastic. Okay, so what I want to do now is to use my safety pin, then I'll pass it through this hole, you get. So I'll just go ahead and pass the elastic there. Just watch what I'm doing. So you're going to continue doing this until you get to the other side of the hole, then you bring it out. Watch what I will do here. So after I bring it out like so, what I want to do now is to join the both elastic. Can you see? You align them like so, then go ahead and stitch. Okay, make sure you stitch very well. You stitch the both elastic. So after doing that, you have something looking like this. Can you see? You have something looking like this. Then go ahead and put it inside, then stretch the waistband. Okay, so you can see I'm already done with the first line. I will go ahead and stitch the space I left. Okay, I opened space later on that side, so I'm going to stitch the space. After passing your elastic or putting your elastic, go ahead and stitch the space. All right, just like I did here. So now that I'm done with the first line, I'm going to pass elastic on the second line. All right, just this way. So go ahead and do just like this. If you want to have a bold band, like 3" band, that means you should be having 3 lines to 4 lines of elastic. All right, so just like I did on the first line, I'll just stitch the both elastic together. I'll stitch the both elastic together for the second line, then I'll go ahead and put it there. After stretching the band, I will go ahead and stitch up the space. All right, the hole, you stitch it up. So now that I'm done with that, the next thing I want to do is to join the skirt. So get the center of your skirt, as you can see me doing. You can notch or use chalk to to mark it. Then also place the center of your band on top of it like so, right side facing each other. Then you can use your pin to hold the skirt and band together, just like you see me doing. When you are pinning this, you should stretch your band, okay? Always stretch your band anytime you are pinning this, or you want to sew direct to your machine. So I'll just pin to some an extent, then I'll go ahead and start sewing immediately, because I don't have patience to pin for a very long time. So I'll just pin to an extent, then I'll just go ahead and start my stitch, okay? So if I'm stitching the lining sorry, if I'm stitching the band to the waistline, I'll just keep stretching the band, okay? Ensure you stretch your band when stitching together on the waistline of your skirt. All right, so I'll just go ahead and continue doing that till I get to the other end. All right, so guys, I've gone ahead to stitch the band. So after stitching the waistband to the skirt, you can see what I have here. Next you want to do is to run your weaving on that waistline. Okay, just go ahead and make your weaving on the waistline like this to avoid that rough edge, you get. So this is what the front looks like after it's done. The next thing I want to do is to create a little hole at the center of that band. All right, I'll mark like ½ inch on both sides of the center of the band. Then I'll just use scissors to open a little hole, just a little hole on both sides. Don't make it too big, make it very little, okay? You just open it like so. Then after that, I'll use my matches to ensure I secure that hole, okay, to avoid thread and all of that. So this is the rope. I've already stitched rope. As you can see, the length I have for the rope is, like, I have 50-inch length, that is 25-inch on a fold. So I'm going to use safety pin to insert the rope, okay? You use your safety pin to insert the rope. If you don't have matches, you can use lighter for this, do you get? So just go ahead and pass your rope through. Continue doing this till you get to the other side of the hole, just like you see me doing here. Okay, so just go ahead and do what you know how to do best. Then when you get to that side, you gently or quietly bring it out just like this. You can tie it to avoid one missing or going back to the band, okay? So just go ahead and stretch it and arrange it in place. So after I was done, guys, this is what I have here. Can you see? We have come to the end of today's tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next one. Don't forget to hit on subscribe button.